Hey everybody, Mac here. We're factoring trinomials. This right here is version C, meaning that I have a version A and B and a whole video of me on a whiteboard explaining this earlier. So I'm going to go really quick. If you stumbled across this and you're going, wait, what are you talking about? This is the first time I've seen you. Go to maxtutorials.com. Not only do I have other versions of doing these trinomials mixed, but I also do a different method where I kind of talk about what to do if the third term is negative or what to do if the third term is positive. And I do it a little bit differently. And I have videos on that website. This will be in chapter 8, I believe. At least it is now. And go through the third term positive videos, go through the third term negative videos, and this is the third term mixed practice videos, okay? All right, and then of course, like and subscribe, that always helps me out. All right, let's do these. So number one, third term is negative. That means my signs are gonna be different. I also want factors of 2 that are going to subtract to the middle. Well, what's the middle? There's nothing there, so it's 0, right? No, it's a 1. If there's ever not a number in front of a letter, it's 1. If it was 0, it would just be gone, because 0 times the letter would be 0. We wouldn't even write it. So because we wrote the letter, you know it has to be a 1. Okay, well, what multiplies to 2 and subtracts to 1? 2 and 1, but which one goes with the plus and minus? Well, the bigger one is going to get the sign of the middle. So 2 is going to go plus, 1's going to go minus. Let's look at number 2. Third term is positive. That means my signs are going to be the same. And I'm going to take the sign of the middle, so it's going to go minus, minus. What multiplies to 10 and adds to 7? 5 and 2. Okay, let's go on to number 3. Third term is negative, so I know my signs are going to be different. What multiplies to 20 and subtracts to 8? 10 and 2. Okay, and then the bigger one gets the sign of the middle, so we're going to go 10 and 2. Remember, if the third term is negative and you know we're going to subtract to the middle, one of the factors has to be bigger than the middle. So that can help you to reduce some of your choices you're going on in your head, because one has to be bigger because the other one's going to subtract to make it. If it's third term positive, like this next one, let's talk about it real quick. Signs are the same. Take the sign of the middle, minus, minus. Factors of the third add to the middle. Well, if they're going to add to the middle, then both numbers have to be smaller than the middle. Okay, so I don't need to look at anything that's going to be, I don't have to look at 21 and 1 because they're, you can't add the 10 unless they're smaller than 10. So in this case, it's going to be 7 and 3. So that just helps you use some logic to bring some of your choices down. All right, number 5, third term is negative, so my signs are going to be different. Multiply to 60, subtract to the middle. And so that is going to be, I don't know right now. Now I'm just doing some math on my head. It has to be bigger than 11. I see 15 and 4. 15 times 4 is 60. 15 minus 4 is 11. But 15 has to go with the sign of the middle. So 15 and 4. Number 6. Okay, I see third term is negative. Signs are the same. Take the sign of the middle. What multiplies to 36 and adds to 13? So they have to be smaller than 13. Okay, so 12 will go in, but that's so I got to go smaller than 12. 11, 10, 9. Yep, 9 and 4. Found it. Okay, here we go. Let's go to number 7 now. Third term is positive. Signs are the same. Take the sign of the middle number. What multiplies to 45 and adds to 14? That would be 9 and 5, and done. Number 8, third term positive. Signs are the same. Take the sign of the middle, minus, minus. What multiplies to 32 and adds to 12? The answer there is 8 and 4. Okay? Number 9, my third term is positive. Signs are the same. Take the sign of the middle, which is going to be minus and minus. So now, because it's third term positive, the factors will add to 15, and that's going to be 10 and 5. Number 10, third term positive. Signs are the same. Take the sign of the middle, minus, minus. What multiplies to 15 and adds to 16? 11 and 5. Number 11, third term is negative. My signs are different. What multiplies to 72 and subtracts to 1? Well, they have to be numbers that are next to each other, and I see that they're going to be 9 and 8. 9 times 8 is 72. 9 minus 8 is 1. The bigger one goes with the plus, so it's going to go 9 and 8. Number 12, third term is positive. My signs are the same. Take the sign of the middle, minus, minus. Factors of the third will add to the middle, which is going to be 11 and 7. 13, third term is negative. Signs are different. Factors of the third will subtract to the middle. So it has to be higher than 9. And so let's go, well, 10 and 2 will work. Well, it'll get to 20, but 10 minus 2 is not 9. So let's try 11, 12. Well, what's going to be bigger than 9 that'll work then? Why am I not thinking this? Let's go 20 times 1. No. 10 times 2. No. This one doesn't work. What does the answer key say? Answer key says there's a plus 10 and a negative 2. Well, if it's a plus 10 and a negative 2, then that should subtract to an 8. All right, so I'm going to pretend like that's an 8. Okay, this is a problem. This was a bad question on this. So if you got this wrong, don't worry. It was a wrong question. All right, so 10 and 2 will multiply to 20, and it'll subtract to 8. The 10 will go with the plus. Okay, well, what would you do if that happened in real life and your teacher made you answer that? Then you would use something called quadratic equation, which will happen later. Okay, so don't worry about that right now. You can't factor it. Okay, so now here we go, 14. Third term positive, signs are the same. Take the sign of the middle, minus, minus. What multiplies to 8 and adds to 6? That would be a 4 and a 2. Okay, let's go on to number 15. Third term is positive, signs are the same. Take the sign of the middle, minus, minus. What multiplies into 10 and adds to 20? Well, that's 10 and 10. Do you notice that they're the same? So you could also write it like this, x minus 10 quantity squared. And that's a special case we're going to talk about in another video. Number 16, third term positive, signs are the same. Take the sign of the middle, minus, minus. What multiplies into 108 and adds to 21? Well, it has to be smaller than 21 or else it won't add. So let's, if I take a look at these, will 20 go in? No. What about 19, 18? This one's a little bit tricky. So I'm going to do this. 108, that would be 2 times 54. That would be 3 times 36. That would be 4 times 20. Doesn't matter, but 27, okay? Now it's going to start to matter. 5, will 6 go in the 108? 6 will go into 10 once with 4 left over. 6 times what is 48? 8. Well, 6 plus 18 is 24. I'm going for 21. All right, well, that didn't work. So will 7 go in the 108? Nope. Will 8 go in the it? 8 goes in the 10 once. And then with 2 left over, right? Will 8 go in the 28? No. Will 9 go in? Well, let's try that. 9 will go in the 10 once with 1 left over. 9 will go in the 18 twice. Hey, look at that. 9 plus 12. I found it. And you can see my process going on. And that's how I do it. So I'm going to get a minus 9 and a minus 12. All right? Number 17. Third term is negative. Signs are different. Factors of the third will subtract to the middle, and that's going to be 6 and 5. The bigger one gets the sign of the middle. Okay? Number 18, third term is negative. Signs will be different. Okay? Factors of the third will subtract to the middle. All right? So this one's just going to be 23 times 1. Okay, they subtract to 22. The bigger one gets assigned to the middle, so 21 will go with the minus, and the 1 will go with the plus. All right, 2 more. Way to hang in there, guys. Third term is negative. Signs are different. Okay, factors of the third will subtract to the middle, so it has to be bigger than 24. So I have 1 and 52. I could do 2 and 26. Hey, they subtract to 24. 26 and 2. The bigger one gets the sign of the middle. So 26 goes with the plus, and the 2 goes with the minus. And last one right here, third term is positive. Signs are the same. Take the sign of the middle, minus, minus. What multiplies in the 100 and adds to the middle? Oh, my goodness, I'm not really sure. I got it. 20 and 5. 20 times 5 is 100. 20 plus 5 is 25. Okay, well, I hope that helped you. All right, so there's some trickier ones in here, so make sure that you're watching them. But this right here is the basics of what to do. If you got through this video and you're doing well, you're gonna do great in everything that's coming by. So good job, good work. This was a long sequence, but it's gonna be helpful to you. Proud of you. Nice job. See you guys. See you guys on the next one.